Hi, I'm Julia. Welcome to my channel. I'm a homeschooling mother of 6. I have ages 12, 10, 5, 2, 1, and a 3-month-old baby. Today, I'm going to be showing you our homeschool haul for the 2025-2026 school year. Most of our items have been purchased and have arrived, although there are a few more things that I still have to get after going through our collection and seeing what we have and what we can reuse. So I've already opened up the boxes and I'm going to show you what we've purchased. Many items are from the Good and the Beautiful. I have purchased some items from eBay and I have a box from Christian Books. Let's get into this. I'm going to start with the things that are not from Good and the Beautiful to kind of keep this a little bit organized. And you're going to notice that I have a lot of history. So we are going to be combining history products. I'm going to have a main as well as some supplementary. And the first thing, this is one of my supplements. This is Story of the World, Volume 3. We have the CDs. We have the main textbook. And this came with the answer key and the activity book. This is huge. It's a good, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 inches. Just my thumb for sizing. And we are Catholic, so this is for my older daughter. She'll be in 7th grade. Just something to help give a little bit more finesse for her final year of handwriting before we switch to something else. My second daughter, who is 10, is very, very much into geology. So she wants to do a geology study this summer when we start back in July for our next school year. And I got this from Christian Books, and I believe it is a book that they sell on masterbooks.com. I'm not quite certain. It is not a Catholic book, but both of my girls have been interested to learn the difference between old earth and young earth, as well as a secular perspective and a Christian perspective. So I'm trying to give them a lot of different materials to look from. It's very easy to find a secular, evolutionary, old earth opinion. It's harder to find young earth Christian or even Christian old earth. So as I can find these resources, I'm trying to add it into their schoolwork just to give them a fuller picture and let them come to their own conclusion about what they think and what they've observed. My oldest daughter, who is 12, she'll be 13 this year. She'll be going into 7th. She is my gifted girl. She has an obsession with all things human anatomy and biology. So I'm starting her out on this from Master Books, but we bought it from christianbooks.com. Another thing that I got because she's very interested in it, but I don't think we're going to use it. I bought it early so I can go through it. I can see it might be a little bit too mature for her. Oh, the glare. I apologize. Intro to Forensic Science from a Biblical Worldview, again, Master Books. So it comes with the student book as well as the teacher guide. A friend at our parish, we attend both a new mass and a traditional Latin mass, but we have been mostly new mass. We live in the middle of nowhere, Dairyland country. So we have a wonderful local parish that's just minutes from our house, but our Latin mass, we have to drive an hour plus to get to a Latin mass, and I have health problems along with having young children makes that very difficult to do. So a friend of ours at our new mass parish gave us some books to use for my older daughter who just went through confirmation. I haven't looked at these yet. I can't recommend these until I have been through them to give you qualifiers. Sometimes you'll find things in Catholic books that don't align with Catholic teaching, just as a side note. I bought this used, so it does have writing on the inside, on the sides, but this book is really expensive, $25+ without being used, so I can handle the pencil writing. This is for my 10-year-old. Again, I was able to find this used. It has not been written in, and this is also incredibly expensive, but I found it for a pretty good price on eBay. That's why it's already unboxed, taken out of its envelope. I have been looking for this book for years, and I finally found it on Mercari this year for like $7. Amazing. This has been out of print. As you can see, it's the 2007 edition. Seton has been updating their history over the last many years, and I'm not exactly thrilled with the direction that they've taken, but this book, oh, I will have to do a flip through to show you how it's written compared to the new one. The new versions are very textbooky. This is written in a more narrative style. If you can find this and you're Catholic, this is the one to search for. These three are catechism books. They are comic graphic novel style, and it's recommended for high school through adulthood, this series. So I got it for my daughter, my oldest daughter. Again, went through confirmation. She loves learning about her faith, and she loves graphic novels. So this would be for her next year to add to her catechism class. My next history, which is our main history for the year, comes from Tan Books. And I bought this used on eBay. Story of Civilization, Volume 3. Love these. Love the stories. So if you're looking for audio, it's like Story of the World, but Catholic. They have the reenactments. You hear the sounds, the horses running. It's a lot of fun. All of my children, down to my 2-year-old, are fascinated by listening to these, and the stories, the way that they tell them, in the saints that they showcase, the stories that they showcase are very appealing to children. And our girls learned about Saint Bernard a few months ago. In that story, they can still, from memory, tell me most of the story of Saint Bernard, just because they pulled out such wonderful and funny details. They made it relatable to children. So I absolutely love this series. Again, if you're Catholic, a great series to use. All right, I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to get all of our good and beautiful products. Okay, now with the good and the beautiful. This came out in random order. They pack things kind of willy-nilly here. Beautiful packaging, nothing's damaged, everything's very secure. It's just not organized for you, so I have to go through and do that. We have mammals for their science. That's going to be for my 10-year-old. Their math, level 5. For my 5-year-old. I'm thinking about using this for my 12-year-old. We will see. There's another product that I have. I'm going to be comparing the two to see which one I like most, or if I'm going to combine both of them. This is a part of level 4 language arts, but I don't know where it's at. Hopefully it's in this pile. Again, my 5-year-old. She needs to start at this level before she can go to kindergarten. We're still working on her memorizing her sounds, understanding that the sounds go with the letters. She's getting there. It's just taking her a while. Again, for my 12-year-old. For my 10-year-old. This is for their high school grades, but I wanted to get it. There's a lot of really good grammar examples and teaching in here. My oldest, she's good at grammar. She does not like doing it. I thought maybe this could help her. We have booster cards, addition cards, their flower game, subtraction cards, and she's obsessed with snowy owls, so I got these. I thought she would have fun with that. This goes along with their safety unit that my oldest will be using. This is their 4th grade reader. Booster cards for kindergarten. For my 12-year-old. These are the K through 2 coloring pages. Again, as you can see, everything came out very randomly. I don't know which unit this goes with, but this came with one of the sciences that we got. Their safety unit. Kingdoms and classifications. Botany. The space for the littles. Mostly my 5-year-old, but I can make copies of that. I think I even bought the PDFs of all of those so I can just print them off. I wanted a physical copy just to have if I need it, but then having the PDFs, I can print them off for my 2-year-old, and eventually as the 1-year-old gets bigger, I can do that with her as well. And they can just scribble along if they want to. This goes with the flower game. The journals for the safety unit for both my older and 10-year-old. This goes along with the 7th grade materials for language arts. I believe this is like a checklist that they do every day. And then they just check off what they've done. I can show that in more detail on another video. The little kids' botany pages. The Kingdom and Classification journals for both my older and 2nd oldest daughter. I have 5 daughters, so it can be a little confusing. This, I believe, goes with the cyber safety or the safety unit, and this goes with botany, if I remember correctly. And then this would also be botany. And our last good in the beautiful pile, pardon me, my 10-year-old loves princess books, and it's very hard to find them that don't have agendas in them or that are not very immature. So we're having a problem with maturity, both too mature and too immature, and things in it that I don't want for her. These are Good and the Beautiful's Lantern Lane. They are level 6 and 7. But I'm going to see how she does with them. She just finished The Princess and the Goblin, and I think if she can handle that, she can handle these. And my last major history purchase was Good and the Beautiful's History. They just came out with it, as I'm sure you've seen all over YouTube. This is the 7th, 8th grade student for my 2nd daughter. Oh, more mammals. I Spy Mammals, that'll be for my 5-year-old. The activity book, year 1. Looks like a timeline book for both of my older girls. Not sure if we'll use this or how we will use this. We also keep a book of centuries, and my 10-year-old will be starting her own book of centuries this year. Her handwriting is improving, so we can do that. Here's the course book. Here are their history stories. And let's see here. This is the maps and images. This thing is huge. You can just see, based on my thumb, how pretty thick that is. And then last but not least, we have our time tunnel review cards. And that's it for this particular haul. I'm going to be putting together some videos to show how we're going to be using all of the histories, what we're going to do in combining the geology, the various science units. My oldest daughter wants to do her own, along with my 10-year-old who wants to do her own. And they'll be doing that independently with me. They like having their own time with mom. I'll be showcasing what we're going to be doing for geography this upcoming year, for religion studies, and so on and so forth. Thank you for watching. This is my first video. Thank you for being patient with all of my ums and ahs, my bad camera angles, being tired, being old, and hopefully I didn't sound robotic. That was my biggest fear. If you like this, please subscribe, please give me a like, and I'll see you later. Thank you.